Earth signs. This is a collective reading for the earth signs. People are starting to realize they underestimated you. Your energy is different now, and they can feel it. Y'all welcome. I am Empress Miss Mo, your fairy god cousin, and this is the Spiritual Street Report, where big sippers don't play. Period, point blank. This is a collective tarot card and oracle reading for the earth signs Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and tap into my ancestors. My ancestors, and only my ancestors, will deliver this message for all earth signs of Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. Okay? Let's go ahead and read the energy that's on this table, y'all. Okay? I have created a deck of like 6 oracle cards in one. Some of them is, I do have like 2 decks of tarot mixed together. So we're going to go ahead and check the energy out of this deck, guys. Okay? Let's see here. Spirit guys, show us what we need to know. Show us what we need to know. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. With awareness. What else? Yeah, 9 of Cups. Yeah, these people thought that you didn't have too much to offer. Okay. Whoever these people were. How many people was it? It was 4 different people. Okay. Maybe a group of 4. 4 different types of groups of people. Okay. They'd seen you, but they just did not see your value. I don't know why. They neglected you. Okay. Because they did not see your value. And you seemed suspicious to them. Okay. You were just that one person that you just, for some reason, it just thought of you as being suspicious, up to no good. Okay. And you made the choice to walk away from these people because they just would not accept you to be who you are. The thing about you is you already had satisfaction with yourself. You were very generous to these people. You showed them that you seen their value. But for some reason, the more you showed them that you seen their value, the more they felt like they should not show you your value. Interesting. Okay. They thought that you were not who you say you was. Okay. They thought that you did not have integrity. They just did not see value in you. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. They didn't feel like they had to be loyal to you. Okay. They didn't know how they can use you. They didn't see your strengths. Okay. And it's not like they from what I'm looking at here, they never truly tried to study you. I mean, I don't see, like, in this reading here, the energy is more of they just did not even try. They just didn't see that you had, by just the look of you, they was like, oh, nope. Just the look of you. You just was, oh, nope. Okay. This could have been an emperor, a clique of men. Okay, this is maybe for a divine masculine. Okay, these men did not see value. This group of men, it could be a sorority of some kind. You've been trying to get yourself into maybe a committee of people or some type of nonprofit organization. You did a lot of community service work, divine masculine, and you put your time into this particular organization, and they still didn't pick you because they just, once again, I keep hearing this over and over. They did not see value in you. And the C is so much like capitalized. Okay. The C is capitalized, y'all. And so it was like you was right there in plain sight. They just did not see you. Oh my God. Nine of Cups. You had everything already. Okay. You switched up something. You changed something. Okay. You were emotionally balanced. You were mentally balanced. You were financially balanced. And for some reason, these people did not see that. Why though? It doesn't make any sense. If it shows right here, y'all, you had it was already obvious that you had everything. Why they didn't see that? Wow. Spirit, go ahead and give us that information. Because they wasn't close to the divine. Their eyes, they had a veil over their eyes, or you were cloaked under God. You probably was like a person that you didn't have nothing to prove to nobody. So maybe you didn't dress super extravagant. You know, you didn't really go all out to show yourself like that because of the work you were doing. You didn't think that, you did not think that mattered. You didn't think that you had to display your wealth. You didn't think that you had to display your gifts. You didn't have, you know, that was not what you came in for. You just wanted to be of service. You wasn't out to give your money. You didn't have no donations to give. You only had service to give. Okay. And these people, it looks like, Spirit, what exactly was this about? These people was looking for someone to be codependent with. Okay. Or they were looking for people to be codependent on them. And maybe they did see your wealth. They seen value, but they didn't want to use you because you were too established for them. They didn't want established people to work with them. They wanted people who they can kind of like, they wanted people to kiss their ass. Okay. They wanted people who was lacking in life so they can kind of like treat them however they wanted to, or use them, or do a false quid pro quo. Oh, wow. And they knew they couldn't do that with you, or something like that. They had to put forth their best efforts with you. Because it just didn't make sense why they wouldn't see your value. That doesn't make no sense. So they turned a blind eye to you because you was too valuable. Okay? They didn't want nobody that knew their value. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was what? Yeah, so you took a step back. Okay. You took a step back, Big Stepper. A huge 5 steps back. Okay? From these people. And you went ahead and just changed directions. Yeah. You changed directions. You said, okay, fine. You don't want me here. You don't see me fit here. That's just like a job. You know, if you apply for a job and they don't see you fit for that company, they don't see you to be an upstanding employee or a person of potential, then they have the right to say, hey, no, thank you. You're not the person for this company. We rather choose someone else. You can't knock it. All you can do is move along. Okay. And that's what you did. I don't think you was offended by this, Big Stepper. Okay. I truly do not believe you were offended by it. No, you didn't. You just moved on. That's it. You was not upset. You was not pissed off. You was not seeking revenge. You was not vengeful. You was not doing tip to tap. You was not mad. You did not second guess yourself. You did not devalue yourself. You just seen yourself to be a candidate that was not, that did not fit in that space. And you kept pushing. Okay? Oh my God. And so you secured your bag somewhere else. You went somewhere else where they wanted you and seen you as a candidate. You went somewhere where there was other opportunities, okay? Because you did not want to beg for something. You see yourself, you think of yourself very highly, you know your skills, you know your worth, and they did not want someone like you. You can't knock it, okay? So you kept it pushing, okay? Anything else, Spirit? Wow. Yeah, King of Swords came out here in reverse. Okay, so you call yourself keeping it pushing, but these people got malicious. They became malicious. Okay, a squad of people, a clique of people became malicious. All you wanted to do was go off and find your soul tribe. You thought that this group would probably be your soul tribe because they were so interconnected, or I don't know what this was, but you just thought that it would be a no-brainer. You just knew you would fit right on in there. For some reason, they just did not see you as to be a potential person. And so their close friends became malicious towards you, okay? These group of people became malicious, or their friends of a friend became malicious towards you, okay? Wow. And when you moved on, you were very happy with this. Once again, y'all was happy with this. It was a win-win. Either they wanted you or they didn't. And you kept it pushing, y'all. And I can relate to this, okay? I can completely understand. It's like filling out a job application. You filled out the application, you applied for the position, you went on the interview, or you aspired to go on the interview, but for some reason they felt like it was no need to have an interview with you. Because it seems like they didn't ask you the questions. They didn't even bring you in to at least ask you questions, to at least get an understanding of who you are. They didn't think that they had to. They thought that maybe, or they believed wholeheartedly that you were not fit for the job. I don't know. Okay? And you was not going to hit your head about it. You was not going to hurt your head about this situation. Okay? Yeah, the Page of Cups came out, y'all. Okay? And so they thought that you were going to beg and plead and seduce somebody to get in, or try to keep on trying, and you was like, nah, I already tried already. Okay? You tried how many times? 2 times. 3 times, you're like, no, it's not worth 3 times. Now, see, if you think I'm not fit to at least have an interview or to sit down and see me to be at least a competitive candidate, a potential candidate, then why would I waste my time continuously trying to be part of somebody, something, someone, someplace that does not want me, that does not see me as at least being a competitor? Oh my God. Wow. You just didn't fit their description. Bottom line. Okay? It felt like it was like a bias situation or something. And it probably wasn't. Maybe they really believed that the people they had was good enough. Okay? And you cannot knock that. Okay? But when it shows here that it was a group of people who got malicious on you. Okay? Now, we don't know if they was malicious before you put in for this or after. Spirit, can you give us more information about the malicious group of people? Page of Cups came out again, but this time in the upright. So in this situation, there was some type of emotional detachment. You emotionally detached from these people, and they got upset about it. Or it could be this. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit says they was already malicious towards you. They already didn't like you, period. It was something about you. They just did not like you. Okay, why they didn't like you? They didn't like you because you knew your self-worth. You had self-worth. You knew your value. You was already uppity, or maybe you was uppity or something. I don't know. You was fine. It says fine dine. You was finer than wine. You was very good looking, masculine, and this could be a feminine too. But you could be a good looking masculine to where women wanted to date you. You know, you was a looker. You had all the beautiful women after you or something like that, and they felt intimidated by that, or vice versa. Okay, you could be just a person or a woman, you know, of any nationality that was just a looker. Something about you in the flesh, it was like, whoa. And these groups of people didn't like that. That you was just too attractive. It was your attraction. It was your looks. Wow. Really? There's biasness against the way people look? Girl, that ain't nothing new. That ain't nothing new. That's typical stuff. You see how typical? And so now I don't know if you knew this or not. Did Big Stepper knew that this was about that? Yes. You knew it. You knew it. You had a hunch that it was because of your looks or the way you looked. Okay. You had a hunch. Okay. And so what you did was, you know, you was very attractive, alluring. You already know you have that. You've been like that ever since since forever, since you was born. Okay. This is something you was born with. You knew that it's something you've been born with, and you know you've been always dealt with those type of cards of being around people who just did not want you around because of your charisma. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Charisma, your glamour. Okay. You just fine. You fine, baby. I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Okay. You know, you was trying to go where the money is. Okay. And you're like, you know, don't worry. Maybe these people didn't think that you had money, or maybe you had money already and they couldn't really truly bribe you with it. You know, they couldn't control you with money. If you already got money, how can you really control somebody with money? You know, oh, I'll give you this and that if you do this or that. You know, you can't do that to a person that's already like financially stable, financially abundant, already in their bag, or got their own business, or already got a whole bankroll. You know what I mean? Or a savings account, or got a lot going for themselves already. Or I don't even know if they even knew this. Okay, I'm still stuck on that part. That's the part we don't know. But your looks was like money. It was just as abundant. Okay, they say beauty is currency, y'all. Okay, and if you have that type of look on you, and you got that flow, then that could be intimidating. Okay, to the average person. Okay. Let's see more about this. We're going to pull just a few more cards. We'll get to another deck. But this deck is talking a whole lot, y'all. So I may want to stick with it. I don't know. We'll see. Here's some more about this. Self-worth. Okay, you was finer than wine, obviously. A lot of Tauruses, Virgos, and Capricorns is very good-looking people. Well built, nice bodies, beautiful faces, structured properly, beautiful skin. I've never really seen an earth sign that was not good looking. Okay, I've just never seen that before. So, just being real, it's something in y'all genes. It's just what it is. Okay, very appealing. Y'all come in and all eyes are on you. It's a natural thing for y'all. Okay, you could be an earth sign in your rising, moon and rising, either or. Okay. Very alluring people, okay? So you got to be around a confident set of folks to really thrive, okay? You treat yourself so well, okay? You treat yourself very good. You're very devoted to yourself. And that's what you end up doing. You just walked away, you detached. You walked away and you started pouring more into yourself. You followed your intuition about something. Yeah. Wow. I ain't see this one coming, y'all. Okay? Yeah, they can feel it. They can feel your energies changed. Okay? You have strength. Okay? That a lot of people just do not have. And to be straight, to keep it really funky with you, to keep it funky with you, baby. Nobody can control you. Okay? You are uncontrollable. You are authentic. Okay? Very authentic, down to earth. And alluring. And got your money on. Like you are stable, financially stable, emotionally stable, mentally stable. And you attract the opposite sex easily. Or even the same sex. It don't matter. You attract people. Yeah. They wasn't having that. They said, oh, no. They denied you. They put denied on they stamped the denied on your paperwork. Oh. Hold on. Something dropped, y'all. Okay? They thought that you was going to be trying to fight the battle, the good fight, to be in their presence. You said, no, thank you. I'll go somewhere else. Yeah. You wasn't going to fight for this. It wasn't worth your time. That's what I heard. Okay. You just chucked it up to the game. Oh, well, okay, I missed the opportunity. And see, this is the thing. You always get what you want anyway. So for you to miss out on one out of 10, that's not a loss for you. You always get what you want. You always taking advantage of a good opportunity, Big Stepper. Okay? So you losing one opportunity is not going to make you ball up in a corner and cry. It's just one opportunity. Out of the whole year, you probably had how many opportunities? You had about 2 other opportunities. That was just one of the 2. I'm sorry. That was one of the 3 opportunities you had for that season, that year. I don't know what this is exactly, but it was not the only option for you. Okay, but they just didn't understand that. Maybe they didn't know that, or maybe they just didn't care. Who cares? We just don't want you around here. And shit, baby, you respected that. You respected that. Okay, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Let's move on to the next deck, guys. Okay, so now we know the energy. We know what happened. You chucked it up. You walked away like a woman, like a man, with your chest up and your head up. Drinking on a smoothie. Okay? Still healthy. Still doing you. Looking good, smelling good, doing good. Feeling good. It is what it is. You ain't tripping. You moved on. Okay? What happens now that big stepper Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn moved on? What happened? What happened here? Okay, well, these people found they found out who you were. They found out you were a star seed. Okay, they wanted to come back some way, somehow. Okay, these people are narcissistic. Now they see value in you. Now they want to use you in a different way now. Okay, I don't know what this is. What kind of vampires are we looking at here? Yeah, they know who you are now. They know what you have built, or that they. So before, okay, now we know. Come on, bring it back. So they didn't know who you was when they turned you down. They just looked at you from the outside. They didn't really go into your life. Remember, they didn't ask you questions. They didn't sit you down. They didn't try to get to know you. They didn't invite you for dinner. Nothing. Or maybe they thought that you were only in it for the money. Okay, that could have been it too. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay. They thought that maybe you were only in it for the money. In reality, you already had your own. Okay. I don't think they knew that yet. They found out, though, that you had your own foundation. They found out that you probably had some type of spiritual gift, or that you really had the skills to do the job. Okay. They found out. What else they found out about you? Oh, they only found out, or they found out through your haters. That's who told them. They would never know. If your haters would have not ever, if they would not have did research and stalked you half to death, cyber stalked you, I don't know what this is. If they would not have been in your business and really treated you like you didn't matter, they would never really known who you was. They would never known your private life. They would never known that you were established. They would not have known all this stuff, that you had your own lane already. They would never know. It's your haters that told them. Wow. Your haters messed up and told them about your wins in life, because they was trying to discount you so bad. I don't know how that happened. How could a hater tell another person's wins? That don't make no sense. I don't know if they told them in a way to, hey, you could use her. She got this. You could just use her. I don't know if it was, or him, or whatever this is. Like they was like coming to them to try to get you caught in that group, or to be used brutally so they can still have access to you, or just, I don't know what this is, y'all. Why would they go off and tell a group of people about someone else's benefits of life? I don't understand that part. And they're haters, trolling, watching, reporting back to someone or some people or some place. Okay. Let's see what else this is. Trauma bonding. So now they want to come back to trauma bond with you. They found out also about what happened to you. Something that happened to you. How long ago, Spirit? Something that happened 4 years ago. You went through something 4 years ago, Big Zipper. They found out what happened or how you overcame something. Oh my God. Okay. You have stuff that they didn't know. You overcame some stuff that a lot of people don't overcome. It's very rare that people will have survived the way you survived. Very rare. Okay? You survived a group of vampire, bloodsuckers, energy vampires. You survived a clique of these people, or a group, or an environment of some kind, space of something that had happened. You did this already. Been there, done that. You overcame some shit. Okay? And so they're watching you live your best life. Okay? You're privileged, well taken care of, living in a good neighborhood, good zip code. Ain't minding your own business, drinking tea, looking good, doing good, smelling good, feeling good. Okay? So they want to come back and love, like, gaslight you and tell you, I love, you know what? Glory to God that you overcame this stuff. Oh my God, I didn't know you went through all this, boo. Oh my goodness, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. You know what? Something. Okay, they're gonna try to put God in it and all this in it. Act like they didn't mean no harm with it. You know, at the time they're gonna try to trauma bond with you. Use whatever they know about you to find some type of relatability with you. To lure you in. Okay. So they can take whatever it is that you have of value. Because now they see your value. Now they want some of it. Ooh, I didn't know this person was valuable like this. Damn. We got to find a way to get them back in. Because we got to take advantage of what they have access to. We want their access. This is a prime example of a false quid pro quo. False quid pro quo. Okay, so they're going to try to bring you in to something that you already gave up on, and pretty much you get nothing out of coming back towards these folks, this group, this community, this whatever this is, this space. Okay, these people are in a one little square. They're in one little black square, and you're like way out of the square now. So you got way more access. Okay. But I mean, you don't have no desire to come back into a square. It's like once you get a taste of the outside world, you over here outside in a rocket ship. You out over here, exploring the universe unlimitedly. Unlimited access to a whole nother echelon. And while they're in this black space, they want you to come back or come into this space. And you don't even know what you're coming into. Now you're like, I mean, why? What's in there? Okay? Because I don't see nothing either. Now I don't see value in y'all or in you. Oh my God. Big stepper, come on now. I gotta be talking to somebody. Y'all make sure you subscribe, like this. Okay? Now they're triggered. They're angry. They're mad. Oh my God, I can't believe we made the wrong decision here. We outcasted somebody that we actually been looking for. We've been looking for someone like this. What the hell? What the helly? And it's all because of this chick that came to us and told us some shit. Okay, so now they're blaming it on this girl. Some girl. One of the reasons why they did not choose you or they neglected you, Big Stepper, is because of the influence of this girl. There's a girl that influenced them to not to be alerted by you, or they delivered some type of information about you that was false, or it could be true, who knows, but it was not for them to deliver. it was not based, they don't even know the circumstance, you know what I mean? It was just not valid. Okay? It was invalid. Okay? Or it was valid based on the circumstance of whatever it is. You get what I'm saying? It had nothing to do with them. It had nothing to do with, you know, it wasn't supposed to go on, you know, it was just unnecessary a delivery of info that hindered you or made them think of you as a red flag, as a liability of some kind. And you wasn't a liability. As a matter of fact, this chick that delivered the information, kind of find out, was actually a real liability. Wow. Wow. You had a set of skills that they needed. They've been looking for. You have a set of skills they've been looking for. And now the same set of skills, ooh, that's confirmation. That is confirmation, y'all. Okay? And now the set of skills that they needed, that you been had, okay? You're using them. You're using the set of skills and making money on it. So, you know, now you're independently making the money on it. Wow, Big Stepper. I don't know who this message is for. They feel stupid right now. They feel, and I don't like to use that word, but this is what I'm hearing from my ancestors, okay, y'all? They feel slow because they like, why did we not do this application process properly? Why do we allow people to get in our ear about stuff when it comes out of business is business? Business ain't personal. And why would somebody go out their way to do this or that, blah, 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 to devalue another person? That's automatically a red flag. This person, this girl was triggered by you being one of the candidates, y'all. Okay? I cannot make this shit up. And they are absolutely pissed off because they knew something in their heart wasn't right about it, but they just didn't follow it. They didn't follow their heart. They felt peer pressured, or I don't know what this is. Peer pressure? Anyway. Yeah, it just was too much. All right. And so you listen. You knew the tip, Big Stepper. You did the best. Listen, that was the best decision you ever made. Moving along. And that's a lesson to anybody and everybody. If a person don't see, if they don't have the binoculars or the eyesight, spiritual eyesight to see what to do and have the intuition, the discernment to see things the way they should see it, then you don't need to be around people like that anyway. Who wants to be around a group of people who not spiritually inclined, who is spiritually unintelligent? Wow. And that's why you really walked away. Because you was like, oh, okay, y'all not even there. Huh. I see you're not there with me. I see we're not walking on the same path here. Okay. Is there any final messages for the Big Stepper before we go? Is there any final messages? Spirit said that was the best decision you ever made. Now you're making money independently. You're using your skills properly the way you intended to use it. You didn't really see yourself being independent, but it was kind of like it was the opportunity that you lost that pushed you over onto the other side. And Spirit says that was intentional. It was a learning lesson for everybody. It's a learning lesson, is what Spirit says. Wow. You're going to learn. Yeah, you're right. It is a learning lesson. Spirit says, what? This is your affirmation right here. I love myself. I respect myself and I accept myself exactly as I am. Big steppers, you respect yourself and you love yourself. And because of you doing this and only this, you place yourself in position to be who you want to be and to make sure that you benefited at the very end of all of this. Good job. Another one is, I am divinely protected and guided by God, the universe, and my spirit guardians. Your spiritual team led you towards the right direction. They say that your rejection is your protection. Oh my God. And one more, guys. I rightfully create and set boundaries that protect and support my peace. Yeah, don't let nobody come around you with these false quid pro quo interactions. No, thank you. Okay? Yeah. You did a great job. You protected yourself. You trusted your spiritual team. You a true big stepper. Y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. That is the end of this collective reading. Go ahead and subscribe, like, click the links in my bio to learn more about me. I'll holla at y'all. God bless.